probably not gonna do a real long one. The only way I might extend it out long is if this live blows up like really fast. Should probably won't, but sure I'll run it longer, just for the sake of the outreach. But yeah, finished the squat and deadlift workout. It took longer than I wanted. That's why I'm later than I'd like to be. I had to clean my Texas power bar in the middle of the workout. I went to try to use it for deadlifts, and it's just so much liquid grip caked on that I had to scrub it. And so it took 30 minutes out of my workout. Even though I didn't even use it again the rest of the workout, it was just ungrippable because I use a liquid grip on everything. And so much of it was in the knurling that there's no knurl. So I went and busted out the water hose, some boiling water, some 3-in-1 oil. And scrubbed it down quite a bit and oiled the bar back up. Because that was unworkable. I was shocked, like I couldn't even grip it. Like, man, 500 for a double, I'm like slipping out of my fingers. Unacceptable. So that happened in the middle. But I think like I said, I'm gonna go back to the deadlift bar this coming workout anyways. But yeah, so a quick reminder for those of you who hop in here, please comment under the video to help get it into the feed. Those of you who are in here now, please click like. First, I appreciate it, Peppermint. Those likes are what get this into people's stuff. So if people click that like button, we'll get more people in here faster. Because engagements are what get alerts people for some reason. It seems to be a big factor. So hit that like. Like I said, I'm just going to do a quick walk. This one, unless this really blows up, because quite frankly, it's later in the day than I'd like. I want to get home, get my food in. But, you know, if this stream blows up, I'll just walk longer. Saw your previous live where people weren't liking I was tearing, right? Right? Oh man, there we go. The likes are up now though. That's kind of kicking way up. So we're good there. You shouldn't have to tell. I know, right? We shouldn't have to tell people, Peppermint. Shouldn't have to. But, yeah, like I said, guys, this will be a shorter walk unless this stream blows up, and that's the only way I can justify it. In which I still don't know if that justifies it. But I won't skip on outreach just because I want to eat food sooner. But yeah, so I'm still fasted. I did a squat and deadlift workout. I do think, though, as I ease further into my upper lower power building again, I feel like I want to take my squat and deadlift volumes up and then just less other supplemental work. Focus on the supplemental work that matters. You know, reverse hypers, calves, stuff like that. Which routine is best, says Bill. Depends on what you're doing. I mean, I have 3 basic programming types I use for clients, Bill. Conjugate, right? So we straight up do conjugate type training, especially depending on what equipment they have. I do upper lower power building, and I do 3-day push-pull legs. So for my clients, those are my 3 basic programming types. So I guess it's really dependent with what you're doing. Peppermint, well, I live in a place with a lot of rain. It rains a lot here. Is it snowing? Hey, Jamila, I don't know why I'm gonna make you guys feel dumb. I go on this rant a lot. Please don't say what's the weather like in Texas. I can tell that you have never been to Texas. It could literally be 50 degrees difference in 2 different places in Texas. Yes, I live in Texas. Keep in mind the size of Texas. And I know it's definitely people in Europe and stuff have no concept of that. Like, they don't understand Texas is bigger than any country they have ever been to, just the state of Texas. So it's not some little tiny place like the UK or Germany. Texas is kind of big. So the weather varies. I mean, it occasionally snows where I'm at. About once every 4 years, we get a snow day. Only one time in my lifetime have we had snow stay on the ground for more than 24 hours. Once ever that I know of. So what is the weather like in Texas today exactly? Well, I don't know. If I go 1,000 kilometers west to that part of Texas from where I am now, it might be a little bit of difference. All right. Yeah, exactly. That's actually asking what the weather is like in Europe. That's a great comparison. I wouldn't really recommend conjugate unless you, no, I mean, a lot of my athletes do conjugate too. So seeing very slow bench progress because I'm not gaining quick. Well, that's how it works, dude. Like, look, if you guys are not novices, everything is slow progress. Okay, is Mike Birch a good power lifter? Obviously. I mean, the dude was a champion, and now that he's an old man, he's still putting up some respectable numbers. Christopher, conjugate doesn't give you a blocky physique. Genetics give you a blocky physique. Maybe skipping certain body parts gives you a blocky physique. Whatever. So, Alan Masters is friends. I'm friends with Alan Masters. Mike Birch and Alan Masters are both on my Facebook friends list. I've known Alan quite a long time. Alan's a big fan of my channel too. Yeah, I noticed most people run conjugate physiques that are particularly good. I know dudes who run conjugates who do really well in bodybuilding. So, hey Bill, what do you mean? So if you want a good physique, then do isolation work for your weak links and get lean. Why would running conjugate prevent you from having a good physique? That's just silly. I know bodybuilders, literally competitive bodybuilders who love conjugate. I'm a novice and have slow progress. Editor, I don't know what to tell you. You could do a consultation with me and we could discuss it. I charge $100 for those if you need individual one-on-one help. Do you believe in Jesus? Yes. Conjugate will make you very bottom heavy. So will bodybuilding. So don't train like a bodybuilder either, because then you'll also have massive legs. All right. Conjugate gives you good physique. Exactly, Peppermint. I mean, Lovato was a pretty successful natural bodybuilder, and he and I chatted, like Chris Lovato at that expo, 12 years ago or so. And we were talking, and he straight up told me, he's like, dude, the best gains I ever made in the off season of my life were on conjugate. His words. Why do some people on starting strength get very strong? I don't answer a lot of questions about starting strength. They have their own forum, they have their own community, they have their own little cult. They'll be happy to discuss it with you in detail. Yeah, just focus hard on progressive overload. So, I think it's overcast enough I don't need to go hang out in the foresty area and get track mud everywhere. So I'm going to stay on the sidewalks here. Best focus on progressive. I know you from Eric Konevsky's channel. Well, you don't really know me. You know, it's very unusual, weird parody he's created. But Eric's a weird dude. Eric doesn't like me for obvious reasons. When I called him out, he busted his balls and he was a teenager. Really bad back in the day for abusing excessive amounts of anabolics before he finished high school. Like, yeah, dude, come on. You can go either way, then you just need to make sure calories are under. Eric Chernesky Optimal. I know your name. I mean, okay. That makes sense to know the diet part is tough. Like, you guys are literally arguing silly stuff in the comments. That's all good. And here you are. The strength progress is dramatically different when bulking. Slow kind of sucks. Yeah, but you need to be bulking slow. Like, bulking fast literally only causes fat gain and leverage advantages on lifts. You don't gain muscle faster. And your relative strength won't go up the same way you think it will either. It's like just because you get more squish from the fat, not even going to necessarily make you a better power lifter either, because you got to compete in a weight class. Diet. And Chucky is correct. Diet. Eat clean year-round, track your stuff. Eric's gut's protruding because all the insulin he abused. Keep in mind, he was on over 300 units of insulin a day, and he admitted it. It's like, what do you think happens? I like to watch his pranks, but I can really understand why people could hate him. Diet is everything. Lifting is very, very simple. Lifting is not that simple. If it was that simple, none of us would need coaches or programming. Honestly, but nutrition is underrated. People don't understand nutrition, and if I will agree with that, diet will absolutely potentially make or break you. There is no doubt about that. Just sucks failing 130 squat. Well, why are you failing a 130 squat? That's not even necessarily a bulking issue. Bro, what's up with your programming? It sounds like you need some individual help. Hit me up, dude. I got coaching slots open. I mean, if you're failing a 130 squat, I'm going to be honest, dude, you need help. I mean, I took Robbie. You guys remember Robbie, right, from those old vlogs years ago? I took a Robbie from a 190 squat to like a 450 squat over 2.5 years as a client. 531's a decent intermediate program, but you will be a perpetual intermediate if you run it and try to stay on it. It's as complicated as you make it, the more straightforward people. Like I said, 531's a good intermediate program, but understand the natures of it. You end up with a lot of junk volume on your barbell lifts, actually. Coach, will you get your squat up? It's got a tracker for getting guys brutally. Yeah. Coach, will get your squat up. He's got a tracker for getting brutally strong. Yes, I do. You guys have seen me put up a whole lot of clips over the years of lean guys squatting 500 plus. You guys have seen me put up clients squatting over 600 without reps. So I can get you strong. And yes, that includes novices. Like we said, Robbie, I took Robbie from a 190 squat to about a 450. All right. I had great results at 531. My squat went from 135 to 225 over the last 3 months. Started taking creatine and gripping and ripping. Yeah, there's something to be said for grip it and rip it. Dudes gets, how do I put this? Massive mistake on the deadlift is guys hanging out at the bottom. Like, you do not pause at the bottom once you're pulled in. Once your hands are on that bar and your hips reach position, you cannot wait half a second to pull. You are bleeding strength. You will get loose. It's helped guys tear biceps, by the way. People worry about mixed grip. I'm like, mixed gripping is not what you should be worrying about. It's that pause at the bottom once you're in position, because then you get loose. You get slack in the bar, and then you rip your bicep off the bone. I've even seen it happen double overhand with straps. How much can you weigh to pull up with a 45? I mean, I could do reps with a 45. I'm an old man weighing 220 pounds. But this week, I'm just working with a 25-pound plate. I'm just trying to just get a good stretch, good pump. I'll build back up to 45 for work sets. But I mean, even then, I would look at it and go, if I can even do 3x10 with a 45 from a dead hang, I'm happy with that for overhand grip. Would be really all I would ever care about getting back to. Coach, is starting strength not necessarily that good for your deadlift. I mean, starting strength is a novice program, guys. What does Rip Toe tell you? I will quote him, and I've had to quote this to other people. We do not coach elite strength athletes. That's a fact. His methods will never make you an elite strength athlete. Not going to happen. But he has good programming for novices, and it's great for novices. Editor, people who do starting strength need to cut a lot after because they follow his really bad diet advice. The programming's good. The nutrition advice is horrific in the starting strength cult. Do you know I don't do any in-person training anymore? I used to. I do all virtual now. I mean, I'd consider in person again, but it would be $100 an hour if I did it. Payable up front in packages probably. I'm getting up to a 400 deadlift at lighter weight than I've ever been. Coach's information. Awesome. Keep going along. Jason, I mean, Chucky, I used to do in-person coaching. Hey, editor, if you're not gaining muscle, it may not be because you're not eating enough. What's your height, weight, and how lean are you? I mean, if you're walking around shredded, that's obviously the problem. But a dude who doesn't have a six-pack, who's gaining no strength or muscle, it's not their calories that's causing it if they're at maintenance. Do you do this walk right after your training? Yeah, it was a hard leg day. No, I took about 20 minutes. I did a couple things, got my food going, my Instapot going, and then I take the walk. So I mean, it's very shortly after. In-person coaching would be big money, wealthy people. Yeah, but they have to hire me. And I promise you, people who are coming in the streams who don't know anything about what I do are not in the streams to hire me. For that, they would have contacted me already. I'm looking forward to the vlog today. Enjoy your lower body workouts. Yep, outlier. It's been out abs. I mean, editor, well, if you're in the 140s, and yeah, you need to slow bulk. We already could establish that. If you're in that sort of body weight, gain one pound a month for the next 3 years. You'll be good. Average height one, yeah, you need to be gaining weight. I mean, don't get fat, like gain a pound a month. You'll pretty well maximize most of your growth with that. So you need to be gaining some weight, but don't do some crazy dreamer fatty bulk. All right, hit the like button, guys, exactly, right? Because this vlog is not gonna last much longer. This is just gonna be a short walk today. Editor, why are you differentiating strength and muscle gains? Muscle will always increase strength. It is impossible for you to gain muscle without the strength of that muscle increasing. But don't confuse the ability to add endless bar weight from other leverages like fat with muscle strength. All right. And I'm not saying don't get fat. If your goal is absolute strength, you don't care about your weight class, you don't care about your health, you don't care about how you look, then by all means, do whatever you need to do. I mean, balloon up to 350, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, Have to use a little cart at Walmart, even though you lift. But I mean, if you care about your health and how you look and your weight class, then don't get fat. All right. Yeah, Ted's nutty. Hi, Ted. Do you think you need a great physique to be as successful on social media? Not necessarily. But what's a great physique? Hey, Bill, how are you defining a great physique and how are you defining successful? Because I can tell you it depends on who your target audience is. If your target audiences are the guys who obsess over Instagram fitness, yeah, you better have a great physique. If your target audience is a general population, it may not be in your best interest to be looking like a men's physique competitor at contest time. Might not actually be your best choice. Hey, Jamila, no, people are not going to be showing up at my place. In fact, you get to go away just for asking that. Bye. I already know you're a troll, Jamila. I've known that forever. Let's just make it official. Yeah, because people can hit the dislike and it'll make them go down. They can take them away too. It's all good. Those are engagements also, though. I get paid for those. Oh, shit, I shouldn't be telling y'all that. I forget that. I didn't say that. I do not get paid for dislikes. All right. Do high level. Hold on. Do high low twitch ratios matter much for strength? Fast twitch fibers will matter for strength in the sense of also the hypertrophy end. That is way, way, way too nuanced for me to discuss in a live stream. But yes, it will matter. I noted that one too, Coach, but knew you had clocked them. All right, so I'm squatting that little, still slow bulk, very demoralizing. Well, quit worrying about demoralizing and get in and get the work done and quit being pussy. Physique is largely genetic. I know a guy who trains like crazy, eats super clean every day, takes top grade gear. Yeah, I mean, what people think of as physique from that level is genetic, but the average person doesn't care. Meaning, dudes have this weird idea that they have to have bodybuilder genetics in order for other people to think they have a really incredibly sexy physique in person. Okay? Or for the average person to think, wow, they look phenomenal. You don't have to have good genetics for that. Because the average person who isn't obsessed with bodybuilding doesn't notice your insertions. They don't notice your delt to tricep ratio. They don't see any of that because they don't have a trained eye. Make sense? Editor, I've already answered your question on the eating more. I told you to gain 1 pound a month for the next 3 years. That's it. That is everything you probably need to know on the calorie intake in. Done. I'm not answering it further because I made very clear to you what you need to do. Don't question it. Do it. Execute. Come back in 3 years. I don't want to hear stupid shit like, well, should I eat and gain 5 pounds a month? No, because you're going to be a fat ass and you're going to be crying about it later. So no, stop. Let's just get rid of Chucky. All right. Okay. Hey, Bill, I also know you're a troll also, so I'm going to probably get rid of you in a second. So it's just got to be what it is. I just don't need you guys in here. So I'll let you stay for now. I'm going to wind this down, though. Time for me to get home, get a quick shower, get some breakfast. So I hope it's been informative. I love you guys and gals, and I'll